Good evening, everybody. I am your hostess, Basic Black Becky, back once again with another video. And I wanted to talk about this Rashida Tlaib nonsense. But before we get started, I want to get some music started. Awesome. Okay. All right. Do my braid tab. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. What is up? What is up? YouTubes. What is up? So I'm going to do another video tonight. And this video, I'm going to talk about Rashida Tlaib because unfortunately, this is my district representative here in Michigan. And her performance on the House floor was very degrading. It was very embarrassing. And it was just absolutely disgusting. This kind of buffoonery and display that she had engaged in this narrative that people of color are supposedly experiencing here in America. Now, I'm a person of color. I'm the person of color that she would be referring about because I'm of darker complexion. And supposedly Rashida Tlaib is for, darker complected constituents and taking up for them. And so I'm just going to play this video because this is just, like I said, it was just very embarrassing, especially for a woman who is supposed to be representing us at, like, I won't say a higher stature because she is a public servant after all, and she's supposed to serve the people, but we know that she does not, that she belongs to a political cabal that seeks to rent the Constitution to pieces and to be involved in the conspiracy in order to subvert our civil liberties and our civil rights. So without further ado, let me get this on here. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to do this. Actually, I don't really need to see myself, actually. So that, yeah, because I'm just playing right now. Like I said before earlier, I'm just playing right now with this streaming software, and I just really want to see, how to work this. And I'm on a really fast. Oops, it says okay. And for some, I'm on a really fast learning curve right now with this uh, streaming platform. I am really on a really fast learning curve. So please forgive me if everything is glitchy. Please forgive me if I'm pausing in between points, or if I'm pausing in between, videos. I'm still trying to work it, and so far I'm understanding it, but I'm still going to, you know, kind of tweak some things around a bit. So once again, it is a special broadcast of the No Strings Attached broadcast. And I am your hostess, Basic Black Becky. So let's get into this video. All right. I'm going to this. Okay. All right. Cool. So let me go here, and I'm going to give you guys full screen because I think it'd be better this way. Okay. All right. All right. There I am. There I am. Okay. All right. So let's listen to what she has to say. Oops. I'm watching her video. Rashida Tlaib. Okay. Wait. Hold up. Somebody just handed her a box of tissues. That chick doesn't have not near tear in her eye. Her eyes are about as dry as the Sahara Desert in Africa. I want y'all to notice that her eyes are so dry that she would be a spokesperson for those eye drop commercials. That's how dry her eyes are. She is so disingenuous with this performance. And then on top of that, she wants to sit here and say that I'm here in this house, right, to serve the people who raised me. Really? I thought you were there to serve the people of the 13th district, Rashida. I thought you were there to serve the people of Michigan, Rashida. And yes, your relatives are part of the 13th congressional district, some of them. Some may live in other districts of Michigan, I'm sure. But you were elected, quote unquote. I would like to say selected to serve the people of the 13th district. Okay. Even if my mother was to live here in our district, I would not only be representing her, be representing my family, my husband, my son, his friends. I would also be representing people like you, Rashida, in the 13th district. So let's go. Okay, okay. So your 7 brothers and 6 sisters begged you to get protection, begged you to get a gun. You live in Detroit. Chief Craig, our chief of police here in Detroit, had told every citizen, had made a PSA pretty much for every citizen to carry in Detroit, because Detroit's pretty damn dangerous. But all of a sudden, after January 6th, now your family is worried about you getting in trouble here? You should have been doing that anyway when you moved to Detroit. Everybody else is packing in Detroit. Why weren't you? Anyway, this woman, she's just, I mean, how can people elect a person that don't even know the district that they live in? She doesn't have no clue. She has no clue. They're telling you to start packing now. Girl, you should have been packing a long time ago when you moved to Detroit. Everybody else do. Your constituents do. Why don't you? Okay, let's go. Look at her eyes, y'all. They have no tears. This is the first time I've seen this woman without glasses on. Okay. And they are, oh my God, no tears. None. Just absolutely ugh. Just deplorable she is. You just had to turn that TV on, didn't you? So anyway, so anyway, and have y'all noticed that while she's not crying, she's not even picked up a tissue yet. They so worried about COVID, catching COVID from your, orifices, that she's supposedly crying. She dropping tears all on that podium. And y'all know when y'all cry, y'all know y'all don't look, y'all know y'all are not cute when y'all be crying. Y'all be slobbering, spitting. Now she got a mask on, right? But come on now. Anyway, let's go. Keep talking, I suppose. Keep crying. Okay, so we have this woman who represents a majority Black city. You know the first demographic that she named in her little uh uh Oscar winning performance here? LGBTQ, Muslims, and then Blacks. LGBTQ, Muslims, and Blacks. Blacks were always on the bottom of the totem pole. Now, I'm not one that be talking about, oh, we Black people, poor us Black people, boo hoo hoo hoo, crack, crack, crack. I'm not one of those types of people. But that's her priority, y'all. She's got a script in front of her, y'all. And her, even with her script, she's letting you know that her priority are LGBTQ community, Muslims, and Blacks. Muslims, she said, forget y'all. I want some of that LGBTQ money and clout. I got to get on that clout. I got to get their attention because that's where the money's at. I got to get this agenda moving forward because that's where the money's at. So she named them first, Muslims and Black people. Man, brothers and sisters out here in these streets can't get a break, can they? Not even by the women who supposedly are supposed to represent the majority of the constituents here in Detroit, which are Black. These three categories that she named do not feel safe because of the rhetoric, because of certain people's rhetoric has made them feel unsafe. I don't feel unsafe. I feel pretty dang safe. Even living in Detroit, I feel pretty safe. We have a police department that's pretty constitutional. They're pretty constitutional here. They don't want to bother very many people here for stupid stuff. Our police rather be dealing with really, hardened criminals and doing the job of actually deterring crime instead of, just, doing stupid stuff like, coming in the middle of you and your man having an argument about, what to watch on cable TV. They just don't want to be there for that kind of stuff. Now, if it gets physical and someone's hurt, well, yeah, they're going to intervene. But other than that, they're like, whatever. But I feel pretty safe, even living here in Detroit, which is pretty dangerous from what I have um, seen on mainstream media. But that's on mainstream media. Mainstream media wants to make Detroit seem like it's like Escape from Detroit, Kurt Russell, Escape from Detroit kind of thing. But anyway, when I went to the Capitol on January 6th, I felt nothing but love, acceptance from those people. I mean, man, I was hugging white folks left and right. They was hugging me. They was loving on me, you know. I mean, I was getting pictures. They were taking pictures with me. They were like, oh my God, there's a Black Voices for Trump person here. Oh my God, this is great. I had a woman that cried. She like almost broke down and cried on my shoulder and said, I am so sick of being called a racist. I'm not a racist. I love your people. I love you guys. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much. You know, and I remember going to a Tea Party rally with a friend of mine, a Black friend of mine. I have to tell you guys what race she was to make the context for what I'm going to say. I went to a Tea Party rally with my friend, and she's from Chicago, South Side Chicago, mind you. And I said, come on, let's go to this rally and just chill, there may be a fight that start out. And because I know my people, we like to see drama, and sometimes we like to get into drama. But anyway, I said, let's go see this Tea Party. There may be some fights down there. I don't know. Let's just go. She's like, oh yeah, let's go. We'll see some fights, whatever. So we go, and there's all these white people there. Some of them had AR-15s there. And this was in Alabama. And I remember her coming up to me and she said, there's all these white people here and some of them have guns. I looked at her, I was like, you're from Southside Detroit. Southside Chicago. You should be used to seeing guns. You know what I mean? But I told her, I said, you don't have anything to fear with these people. You are much safer here with these people, with their weapons, open carrying their weapons here in the streets in Alabama than you are on the south side of Chicago. You're safer here with these people. Because if something was to go down with you and me here and somebody want to start some stuff with me and you here, these people are going to take up for us. They're going to break up the fight. They're going to send those people on their way, or they're going to hold them under citizen's arrest and make sure that the cops, handcuff them and detain them, do whatever they need to do with them. But if you were on the south side of Chicago, well, yeah, whatever. Ish happens. But I told you would be safer here than where you came from. That's facts. So anyway. But yeah, she's talking about, I don't, this rhetoric and I don't feel safe. Well, I felt safe. I felt safe to walk around. I felt so safe as a Black woman to walk around DC. I walked around DC by myself. Not at night, but I did walk around DC by myself. The next day, I walked to the Washington Monument by myself. I walked up towards the Lincoln Memorial by myself. I mean, well, hell, if I'm in DC and I'm a Black person, I might as well see Honest Abe while I'm there. So I was like, I'm gonna go. So I go. And I was by myself. Ain't nobody bothered me. Ain't no white person harassed me. Ain't no cops harass me. Ain't no Black Lives Matter uh, supporters harass me. I was fine. So I don't know what she's talking about. So anywhere I go as a Black female in this country, I feel safe. I mean, I do. I mean, there's been some moments where I've had some, questionable characters around in the area, but you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart of your surroundings. You gotta be smart about who's around you. You gotta be observant where you are, where you're going. Even if you're in a place you don't know. Like I've never been to DC. That's my first time in Washington, DC ever. And I still managed to make it back to my hotel and make it back home safe. So I don't know what she's talking about. So anyway, we're gonna finish this. I'm done with this. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Wait, hold up. Hold up. She's talking about Charlottesville. And then oh my God, I cannot believe she had the audacity to say a synagogue shooting. Rashida, you're involved in the DBS movement. Why are you so worried about that? You said when you were elected, you felt the most pro-Palestinian that you ever felt in your entire life on the night of your election, when you were elected the first time. You said you were so proud to be a Palestinian. So proud. That's what you said. So with the type of rhetoric and with the type of groups who support you, CARE, groups like CARE, who have given to your campaign, who support you, you support them. I've not heard you yet come out and say anything about the female genital mutilations that were done here in Dearborn, Michigan. I hadn't heard you say nothing about that either. But anyway, you want to sit there and cry about an event that never happened? You want to sit there and cry about a narrative that was shaped by the mainstream media and with think tanks in order to squelch dissent and to put down anybody's doubt about the 2020 elections being stolen, and they were. That's what you want. You want to stifle free speech. So anyway, this chick is a joke. She is a joke. She wants to sit here and talk about she's just so worried about the Jewish community. This woman is involved with an organization, multiple organizations that hate the Jews, that are involved with the BDS movement in order to bring international sanctions to Israel. Now, am I saying that she shouldn't feel bad about the people who died? I'm not saying that. As a human being, you should care. But we know she's a political hack. We know that she's a hater. She hates Israel. We know she has anti-Israel platform, anti-Israel stance. We know that. You want to cry? Cry about the millions of jobs. Cry about the thousands of jobs that are going to be lost because of your president. Okay? Cry about that. Cry about your constituents here, us here in the 13th district. They're going to be impacted the most by jobs moving overseas and leaving overseas. This is a blue collar labor union stronghold. And a lot of those labor union jobs are going to go bye-bye. They're going to go overseas. So why don't you cry about that? Why don't you get up in here in front of your constituents here in the 13th district and cry to them that you're going to go to Washington and you're going to lobby for them to work. You're going to lobby for them to get their jobs back. You're going to work damn hard at it. Or they're going to vote you out. Well, we're going to vote you out anyway. But I know majority of the members of the union are Democrats. And I know some of them have been brainwashed by the promise of goodies by Sleepy Joe, that they were like, oh, well, $100. Hey, I'll vote for Joe for $100. So $100 was worth you just writing off your liberties, huh? Writing off your jobs, huh? That was worth it? I hope that $100 will take you a long way. If there are anybody in the labor unions who voted for Joe Biden and you got $100 for it, I'm not talking to all union people, but for some of you who were like, oh, I'm going to take that $100, I hope that $100 will help you, and I hope that it'll go a long way. I hope you'll save it because you're going to need it. If you're not one of the ones that loses their job in those union factories and in those union jobs, then, save it because you're going to need it. You know why you're going to need it? Because the state of Michigan is not going to be able to dole out all the unemployment money, all the employment benefits that you're going to need. They're having trouble doing that right now with people being laid off by the pandemic. If you're going to be laid off by Sleepy Joe signing your jobs away and companies going back overseas and you losing your job, you're going to be standing in line just like everybody else, waiting weeks and weeks and weeks to get an unemployment check, waiting weeks and weeks and weeks to hear from an actual person, and pray to hope to God you don't get disconnected from somebody in an unemployment office here in Michigan, because y'all know how bureaucracies are. You be trying to call a bureaucracy just to get a question, just to get one question asked. And I know some of y'all who know somebody who has been calling the unemployment office day after day after day, and they just want one question answered. But then when you get a hold of somebody, an actual human being, and somebody in customer service, you got about 15 questions to ask about, besides where my money, you got like 15 more questions to ask. So anyway, I'm done with this chick. I don't even want to hear nothing else she's got to say. We have got to mock people like this, because people like this are just, I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. And let me tell y'all something. The mainstream media paints her as this champion for Black people here in Detroit. Black people in Detroit don't even like her. Okay? Black people in Detroit don't like her. They really don't. But she wants to paint this narrative that she's the champion for the people here in District 13, but many people do not like her. We went door to door with one of her opponents. Okay, I worked for one of her opponents here in Detroit. We went door to door. People don't even know who she is. People don't know who this woman is here in Detroit. They're like, I remember I went and knocked on this lady's door, and I asked her, would she vote for Tlaib's opponent? And she says, wait a minute. somebody is running up against her, right? And I said, yeah. And they were like, who is Tlaib? Who's Rashida Tlaib? Right? And I was like, wait a minute. You don't know who Rashida Tlaib is? She says, no. So a lot of people here in the 13th district do not know her. Okay. I'm sure the people in Dearborn knows her because those are her people. But a lot of people here in the greater part of Detroit don't even know who this woman is from Adam. I don't know Adam. You don't know Adam. And most everybody in Detroit don't know who she is. So anyway, moving on. I want to share with you guys something because I was like, I saw something last night and it's actually pretty cool. Let's get out of here because I'm done with this political aids, this political theater that I'm watching. I'm done with that. So y'all heard of this, y'all heard of MAGA rap, right? And I just love Bryson Gray. I just love Toffer. I just love the Marine rapper. I just love um, Tom McDonald. I mean, they are changing the game when it comes to, you know, the trap music, when it comes to rap. I mean, I'm old when it comes to rap music. I remember, Curtis Blow. All right, that's how old I am. Curtis Blow was the thing. Or Curtis Blow, Kumo D, LL Cool J. If I'm naming any others from the 80s and 90s that you guys know, leave them in the chat, whatever. But I used to. That's what I remember as real rap. Now, and Dr. Dre. Oh, let me not forget Dr. Dre. Yeah, no. But anyway, so there is, let me the song, I can't spell now. Uh let's let's look at this. So we have our press secretary, right? Oh my God. This girl she's disgraceful too, just like Tlaib. But let's listen to this song, you guys. And oh my God, it's just awesome. So, all right, see if you guys can hear it. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh. Oh. Circle back. All right, I'm done because I don't want to get a strike. I'm done with that. I don't want to get a strike or anything like that. But oh, um, looks like YouTube is like giving me like issues right now. Yeah, so YouTube's giving me issues right now because of the subject matter I'm talking about. But anyway, I don't care. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this live. I am just so I'm having fun doing this. This is a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing some more reactions to certain videos and things like that. Oh, okay. Anyway. We were just getting things set up, so please bear with us. I guess you want to play the intro. Oh, that's my buddy. Okay. So anyway, yeah, so I'm done. Like I said before earlier, I'm gonna just try to be working with this, tweaking this, and making this even better and even more streamlined because I like to be that way. And it should be that way. And I'm also working on getting a co-host and, maybe working that sometime in the future. So anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to enjoy mine. Take care.